Mr. Chadha, I'll come to you. I want to understand, right now the biggest concern that's being seen in the fintech space is the regulatory hurdles at this point in time. To help us understand, how do you think regulatory frameworks can in fact assist in greater penetration of the fintech space in the spaces that you're also catering to, the MSME space, to the rural space, and even the semi-rural space where, like Upasana also mentioned, the access is still very difficult?
I'll answer that question before, if I could just make a comment at the previous
Sure.
point. See, I believe that if your core business is not going to make money, then putting more products around that core is not going to solve the problem.
Okay.
Right? The core has to make money. And I also believe that it's the same philosophy. Federer plays one sport. The rest are just hobbies here. Okay? So whether it's fintechs or whether it's NBFCs or banks, figure out what is the sweet spot or what is the more difficult to do business which you think you can do, but that has to be the core. The core has to make money. Okay? And when I think about core making money, it's not about EBITDAs and it's not about GMVs and footfalls. Ultimately, come down to the bottom line. Is the bottom line making money or not making money? Right? Otherwise, you will keep suffering from the cash burns and suddenly funding winters, and then suddenly capital will re-emerge and the same. Right? So, big believer in the power of fintechs going forward, but all fintech founders better ask themselves the question, is my core making money or it's not making money? As far as regulation is concerned, I think in many ways it's a carrot and a stick approach here, right? As a new industry, just a decade old, it is perfectly logical that the regulators need to understand the practices in the industry as also the benefits of the industry, right? At the same point of time, any new emerging sort of industry, and let's call fintech that industry, does need support, right? Whether it's liquidity support, banks have it coming from their public deposits, housing finance companies have it coming from NHB. What about NBFCs, whether they're fintech or non-fintech, coming from whether it's NABARD or whether it's SIDBI or whether it's RBI? I think some liquidity support would be a good thing coming for the industry overall.